Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bills Bunker Live. Hunker down with Bills Bunker. First ever show. So let's get the crowd in here, and then we'll get started. Feel free to ask some questions down below, and let me know how this mic, my connection, and everything is. First time going live, so here's to that. Bills Mafia, baby. Oh yeah. Is it bad? Is the mic that bad? Let me know. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do, guys, so you let me know if it's all right or not. Good, not good. I'm seeing a lot of negative, so. Anyways, guys, the Bills are playing the Rams this week. We got Jalen Ramsey against Josh Allen, round 2. Remember when Jalen Ramsey said Josh Allen is trash, he's garbage? Well, he got lit up the first time. He's going to get it again this time. Rojas says 2-1. Daniel Rojas says 2-1. Interesting. So we're getting some feedback early. 2-1 is the prediction from Daniel Rojas. Okay, well, I guess you're gonna have to wait and see. Who are the Rams gonna cover John Brown with? Serious question. Who are the Rams gonna take John Brown, Gabe Davis, and Cole Beasley? Who are they gonna cover him with? Jalen Ramsey? Jalen Ramsey's going to be on Stephon Diggs all day. And then Beasley and Brown, they're going to key off that. They're going to get wide open. There's no safety help. I guess they have a good safety there. But you know what? The Rams, their secondary does not match up well with our wide receiver core. Not at all. Just adjusting some stuff here. Sam Darnold will blitz Allen. What does that even mean? Is this a Sam Darnold, Josh Allen comparison again? Because don't get me started with that. Don't get me going down that. Sam Darnold, all he does is see ghosts. Ghosts all day, every day. They couldn't even play against the San Francisco 49ers who were injured all. The comparison's not there. If you've watched a Bills game this year, you've seen Josh Allen. The Diggs effect is on full display this season. What do I know is right? I'm ignoring a comment. What's this I'm ignoring? What do I know you're right with, Daniel Rojas? Either way, I'm going to continue with this Sam Darnold, Josh Allen thing. What a joke of a comparison. I know they're both drafted in the first round in 2018, but why is this really a comparison? Why is it a comparison? Sam Darnold cannot run the ball. Sam Darnold has no weapons around him, and he has an offensive line, but it's not really a good offensive line. That organization is just a joke, and I hate this Darnold-Allen comparison. One has been set up in a good situation. The other has not been. So one's talent's going to continue to – Allen's going to continue to grow while Sam Darnold rots away in New Jersey, actually. Excuse me. They don't play in New York. They play in New Jersey. Two and one. Oh, don't need to cover Brown. That's the comment. Oh, okay. Smokey. You don't need to cover Smokey. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I don't even know how to respond to a comment like that. Better Mahomes or Allen? Mahomes. Mahomes is the better quarterback. Stronger arm, Josh Allen. Josh Allen would win that throw off any day of the week, in my opinion. Patrick Mahomes, he's on another level from anyone else in the NFL. He's the top quarterback. He's that guy. Then there's Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers. And I think Josh Allen's already a top 10 to 12 quarterback. I think he's going to rise to the top 5 by the end of the season. Josh Allen will be a top 5 quarterback by the end of this season. Mark my words. Biggest surprise for me this far. Biggest surprise team for me this far. I'd say the Miami Dolphins. I expected them to beat the Patriots in week 1, honestly. Another big surprise team. One that I'm not surprised by, but I think a lot of teams are very surprised by, is the Arizona Cardinals. That offense is potent. DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray, Larry Fitzgerald coming into it again. That offense, it's legit. Then on the defensive side, you have Isaiah Simmons, Jordan Phillips is there now. The Arizona Cardinals might take that division. Forget the Seahawks, forget the Rams, forget the 49ers with all these injuries. I think the Cardinals are the team to beat in that division. Are you scared to face Tyrod and the Chargers? I'm not at all afraid to play Tyrod Taylor. But I think it will be Justin Herbert starting at that time. And also, I think Josh Allen's a better quarterback between Justin Herbert and Josh Allen. But I can't evaluate Herbert off one game. You need to give me a lot more time to evaluate somebody than just one game. Seahawks winning that division. How do you feel about Tom Brady? I don't know. How do you feel about Josh Allen? Because that's going to be the question all these Patriots fans are asking the Bills fans in 10 years. Or no, actually, Bills fans are going to be asking Patriots fans, how do you feel about Josh Allen? These comments are funny. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. These are awesome. How do you feel about Tom Brady? See, Tom Brady, he's not my favorite quarterback of all time, actually. He's my least. That's someone I despise. Tom Brady, the whole Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization, that's funny. I mean, they're a fringe playoff team in my eyes. Sure, it's going to take time to get them going, but I think that's a team that's going to be on the fringe, the cusp of a playoff spot. They might get that last wild card spot. But I don't know what's going on with the Saints either. They lost to the Raiders. There's some interesting stuff going on in the league. But actually, to go back on that question, the Raiders might be the biggest surprise of the season so far. 2-0 Raiders. Is Russell Wilson the best quarterback in the league? No. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Absolutely, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. There's things that Mahomes can do that Wilson can't. There's things that Wilson can do that other players can't as well. But what Mahomes does just outweighs everything else to me. The Atlanta versus Dallas game. I had money on that. I had money on the Falcons, and yeah, I'm not too thrilled about that result because that's just so cowboy-like. That's such a Cowboys thing to do, is be down all those points and then actually come back and win a game you're not supposed to. Should I start Mahomes versus Baltimore or Wilson versus Dallas in fantasy football? I'm going with Wilson against Dallas. Russell Wilson against the Dallas Cowboys. Why? The defense on Baltimore is unreal. The Cowboys defense, I'm not too sold on. They have all these players. Aldon Smith, for example, yeah, he's a great player, and he was a great player when he played with the 49ers, but all that off-field time took away from it, and he's been struggling. The Cowboys defense has struggled against the Rams and the Falcons. Definitely think start Russell Wilson against Dallas. 100%. 20,000 fans in Dallas. Do you think they should be concerned about COVID? Any fan that goes to a game should be worried about COVID. I personally wouldn't go to a game. That's just me, though. Would you go to a game? If you had to sign a waiver to go to a game, would you? If you had to sign a waiver, let me know if you'd go to a game. Because personally, I wouldn't. But I think, yeah, anybody going to a game should be worried. They should be concerned at all times. And just thinking about it, going into work every day, you're worried about going to work. So why would you go to a stadium with people you don't know that could be coming from across the country? They could be coming from Tennessee to a game in Texas. And then it's just a bad mix. It's a bad thing to do, in my opinion. I'd stay away. I'm comfortable watching the game at home. So Jalen Ramsey and Josh Allen. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but when Josh Allen was drafted in the first round back in 2018, he was the first one that had something to say about it. Jalen Ramsey. That's a joke draft pick. That man's trash. He's garbage. Can't wait to play him. You played against him on November 25th, 2018. And the result was not favorable for Jalen Ramsey. The Jaguars lost to the Bills in a 2018 season where the Bills' offense was putrid. It was horrible. Worst offense I've ever seen, actually. This is Nathan Peterman, Buffalo Bills offense, with Josh Allen getting thrown into the fire. I'm just, no. What do you think about all the injuries the past week? The injuries, they're going to happen. They're going to happen for the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. And they're going to keep coming. Just keep expecting them to keep coming, because when you don't have these preseason, you don't have OTAs, you don't go to training camp, there's so much time that was missed and not accounted for. The players, their bodies just need to get back used to it, back into game shape. And they're just going to have all these soft tissue injuries. There's been a lot of hamstring injuries, a lot of torn ACLs. It's a problem, and I'd expect the injuries to kind of slow down in the next couple weeks. But everyone's fantasy team is getting demolished, including mine. Do I think the NFL will last the season? I didn't at the beginning of the season, but now I'm more sold on it, because I'm looking at what's going on with baseball. They had all those positive tests at the beginning of the season, and what they do, they just kept going through Just kept playing their games. Had a couple stoppages for a couple different teams, but I don't see that happening. I think they're just going to push through. They're going to push through. I believe it. How do you avoid getting demolished? You put up more points than the other team. And, yeah, that's all you got to do. Back to that Jalen Ramsey point, though. He's going to get burnt this week. Stephon Diggs is going to burn him. That Diggs effect is going to be huge, and I can't wait for it. This guy, Stephon Diggs. You dig? An interesting matchup to watch for this week is, and it's not even a player matchup. It's two of the best coaches in the NFL. You have Sean McVay and Sean McDermott. Both these Shawnee boys coming in. I think ours is better. Sean McDermott, that defensive mind, he's going to take over this game. What's your prediction for the game? All right, prediction for this week's game. I see it as a high-scoring shootout, but it's very dependent on if Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds are back. If we get those two back, or even one of them, that greatly impacts our defense in a positive way. But I'd say maybe expect the Bills to put up 27-21 for Buffalo. That's my prediction, is 27-21 for the Bills. And some player stats. John Brown's going to be the leading receiver on the Bills this week. He'll have 89 yards on 6 receptions. And then Josh Allen will probably pass for over 250 yards and rush for 65 or so. And Jalen Ramsey, interceptions, a big goose egg. 0 interceptions for Jalen Ramsey. He will shut up finally. Probably not. But maybe we can shut him up a bit. We'll see. I just got a list of all the games this weekend. Picks. Okay, let's do this. Jacksonville, Miami, taking the Dolphins. Tennessee versus Minnesota, going with the Vikings. San Francisco at Giants. San Francisco, I don't care how injured they are, they're not losing. They're not losing to the Giants. Philadelphia, Cincy. Philly, Cincy. I'm gonna take Cincinnati. Joe Burrow. He's gonna pull the upset. Carson Wentz isn't looking too good either. Atlanta versus Chicago. Chicago defense. Khalil Mack is gonna feast on that defense, on that offense. Cleveland, Washington. Washington's defense prevails. Pittsburgh, Houston. We have the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson is going to outplay Ben Roethlisberger this week. And Deshaun Watson's going to start using all these weapons that are supposed to replace DeAndre Hopkins somehow. That's a mess. Chargers versus Carolina. I'm going with another upset. The Panthers. Panthers are going to pull it out. Actually, no McCaffrey. The Chargers will win. I forgot. McCaffrey's hurt. Chargers are taking that one. Indy versus Jets. That's funny. I'm not going to say it. Tampa, Denver. You got Tampa Bay. Seattle versus Dallas. Seattle. Arizona versus Detroit. Arizona. And then Baltimore, Kansas City. I'll take the Chiefs. How many hurdles will Allen have this week? I don't know. Stay tuned and find out. But wouldn't mind it, but hopefully none, to be honest. I wouldn't mind seeing it for the visual aspect, but just get down. I'm sick of seeing him lay these people out. I'm sick of seeing him put his body on the line. It's too risky to have our franchise guy going out there, dropping his head into someone's shoulder. It's not worth it. Just get down, stay healthy, get out of bounds. Do what you do best. Run the ball all you want, but get out of bounds. Stay healthy. We need Josh Allen. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but without Josh Allen, the Bills aren't doing anything. Our run game has been, our run game, we haven't had a run game, honestly. Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, the M&M duo, was supposed to be something that we look forward to. And I still am looking forward to it, but I just haven't seen enough of it, and I haven't seen from it. I haven't seen what I expect from it. Not at all. Zell need to smarten up when he makes runs. Yes and no. And by that I mean yes, because I want him to just stay healthy. I want my quarterback to stay healthy. I want him to make the plays that he's making, because some of the plays that he makes, the hurdle, that was spectacular. There's the play against Houston that you're all going to get on me about, where he lateraled it behind the back and it went out of bounds. I know. Looks stupid, but it just shows how much the guy wants to win. He's a leader. He leads by example. And if that play would have broke out for a touchdown, we would have still been talking about it. The only reason we're talking about it is because I brought it up. So, yes and no. I'd like to see him make some smarter decisions. I'd like to see him make some smarter decisions in the manner of him staying healthy. But I'd like to see him put his body on the line at the same time. Very contradictory. I don't know what to think about it, really. Who won the Hopkins trade? I don't know. Obviously, Arizona won that trade by a landslide. You gave up your franchise wide receiver for a 4th-round pick, or was it a 7th? I don't know. And then David Johnson. It's tough. It's a tough break. Refilling on Diet Coke. David Johnson looking good, though. Yeah, sure. It doesn't mean he's DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, it's a running back's not a premium position. There's a lot of talent at that position. There's a lot of talent at receiver, don't get me wrong. But there's much more availability at the running back position. Just look at the Giants. The Giants just signed Devontae Freeman today because Saquon went down. There's other guys that you can pick up too. I mean, David Johnson, that was a horrible deal. I don't know what Bill O'Brien's on, what he was thinking. I mean, I was worried about his safety because I thought he was actually like being held against his will or something to make a deal that bad. Do I respect the Detroit Lions? I respect their fan base because just like us Bills fans, you guys have put up with a lot of tough years. A lot. Defensive player of the year or offensive player of the year? Okay. Defensive player of the year, Trey White, baby. Trey White. My guy, Tre'Davious White, is going to go for the defensive player of the year this year. It's going to be hard at a cornerback position, but Stephon Gilmore can do it. Why can't Tre'Davious White do it? Trey White's a better corner than Stephon Gilmore. I don't care what you say. He just is. He's younger, and there's stats to back it up as well. Offensive player of the year, I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins as offensive player of the year. DeAndre Hopkins going into Arizona with Kyler Murray, that chemistry between them already looks special. I think that team is going to take their division. Said it, and I'll say it again. Cardinals are a team to watch out for this year. Bills seem like they got bad tight ends. If you could get one tight end in the league, who would it be? Well, if I could have any tight end in the league, I'd take George Kittle. But the tight end I want is Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz has been a bit problematic in Philadelphia, apparently. I mean, Zach Ertz just gets all the targets from Carson Wentz. So, I mean, I've heard that Zach Ertz is apparently... There's rumors that people are circulating. People want Zach Ertz in Buffalo. I'd love to see it. Zach Ertz is a perfect type of tight end to go to the Buffalo Bills. Zach Ertz, I don't care if it's a rental. If we trade a draft pick, I'll trade a first-round draft pick to get a rental out of Zach Ertz and just show that we're all in like the Rams were a couple of years ago. Seem like they got bad tight ends. But not, you say the Bills seem like they have bad tight ends. I don't necessarily agree with that. We have a problem. Dawson Knox, he's not a problem. He's got a lot of potential, but he just needs to be a lot more consistent because, yeah, he drops a lot of balls. I will give you that. He drops a lot of balls. I'm starting to have a little bit of doubt about what he can do, but I think he can be a factor in this offense. He doesn't have to be the number one guy like a Gronk or Kittle or even a Kelsey. He just needs to get open. And with Diggs, Beasley, Brown, Davis, should be easy for him to get open. And if he continues to drop the ball when he's open, then yeah, we've lost hope for him. But I thought we had a good tight end in Jason Kroom. Didn't work out at all. Got injured. Went to the practice squad. Just got cut. Lee Smith. I don't even know why he's still on this team. I like him, but what's his role? Like, he doesn't really have a role on this team, really. And then I don't know. Why did Bills cut Alexander? Why didn't the Bills have no loyalty to him? We didn't cut Lorenzo Alexander. He retired, but he was on the Pat McAfee show, and he said that if the Bills needed it, if we absolutely needed it, he would come out of retirement for us this year. I see my next question that I'm going to get to, and I'm going to tear it apart in a minute. But I'm going to stay with this Lorenzo Alexander comment first. He was loyal to the Bills, and the Bills were loyal to him. What are you talking about? Lorenzo Alexander never really got a shot in the NFL until he came to Buffalo. He was a special teams guy his whole career, being tossed around, and he finally got put into the perfect situation when he was already 30-plus years old. He got put into Sean McDermott's defensive scheme. He was a Swiss Army knife for our defense. He could come off the edge. He could drop back into coverage. Lorenzo Alexander was perfect for us. And if these injuries continue on the linebacking core, I expect Brandon Beane to call up Lorenzo Alexander. Make him follow up on his words, because he did say that on the Pat McAfee show. He said that he would be willing to come in and play for the Bills if they needed it this season. Now, Joseph Clark says, are the Bills overrated? Are the Bills overrated? I guess we'll find out the next couple weeks, won't we? because our opponents are the Rams, the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Titans. We have the Jets, and then we have more tough matchups. We have the Steelers, Patriots twice. We've got a tough schedule. 49ers, week 12, they'll probably be healthy now. So yeah, we have a tough schedule. We've played some not so great teams so far. I think Miami's the better of the two teams we've played. But no, I don't think we're overrated at all. Just wait. Just wait and see for yourself. We're not overrated. We have the third most total yardage, third most yards of all offenses this year. Previous seasons, we've been relying on our defense to keep us in games. Our defense goes out there, stops them constantly, allows no more than 13 points. That's what the Bills' defense did the last 2 seasons. And now the Bills' offense is actually capable of scoring. You mix those two with a great special teams as well and smart coaching, you've got yourself a Super Bowl contender. Overrate that. How do you think you match up with the Pats? I like the way we match up with the Patriots. Second. Cam Newton. I can't wait to play Cam Newton. He's played against the Bills twice in his career, and neither time went well for him. Cam Newton's numbers against the Bills haven't been impressive at all. Is it Diet or regular Coke? It's Diet Coke. It's Diet. But yeah, I think we match up well with the Patriots. I really do. The Patriots have had 10 players opt out this season. No Gronk, no Brady. The intimidation factor that the Patriots used to hold over the Bills is gone. I think going into almost every game, and it's not an excuse I'm making, it's an actual thing. I think our team was just intimidated by going up against the Patriots all those years. We went, played Tom Brady. I think we beat Tom Brady a total of 3 times. That guy owned the Bills. But now he's gone. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that matchup. I'm super stoked about that. Are you sponsored by Coke Zero? No. Anyways, back to the Bills Patriots. Cam Newton, I don't know if you know about this, but the Bills defense lines up against someone kind of like Cam Newton every day in practice. Josh Allen. Potentially the better version of Cam Newton. I know Cam Newton was an MVP in 2015, and he was this and he was that. He's still a good quarterback. He's competent, in my opinion. He's good. I think he has potential to be a top 10 quarterback, just like Josh Allen. But we need to see what Cam Newton's got in the tank. We need to see if he can stay healthy. Half the league's going down with injuries. So if he can stay healthy, I think the Patriots, they're a problem. Honestly, they're a problem. The Patriots look better than I thought they would be this year. But so do the Bills. I was talking about the Bills' offense being a powerhouse from day one when we got Stephon Diggs. But I don't even think I saw this coming. Stephon Diggs' connection with Josh Allen is legit. Who wins the division? I'm going with my heart and soul. My Buffalo Bills are taking the AFC East this year. We are the beast in the East. But I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. And closer than what I thought prior to the Cam Newton signing. When the Cam Newton signing came in, at first, I didn't really feel too confident about the Patriots. I didn't think they were going to do much with it. But after seeing what they did against Seattle's defense, Jamal Adams, and those guys, I mean, yeah, Patriots look better than I thought. So it'll be fun to play them. And you better believe when we go to New England on that Sunday night game at the end of our schedule, we're going to have vengeance on our mind. All those years of the built-up hate for the Patriots, it's just going to be unleashed all through Foxborough. Say something positive about the Giants. They're not the Jets. I don't know. They're the best team in New Jersey. Yeah, they're the best team in New Jersey. That's it, right there. I don't know what else to tell you. If that's a compliment, I don't know. On that note, thank you for tuning in to episode 1 of Hunker Down with the Bills Bunker. Stay tuned for next week's show, and I'll see you guys later.